Hey, what's up, everyone? Today is June 1st, and it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not making this video for a tea update just yet. I have a couple more days before it's been a week, and in that video I'll talk more about any changes that I've noticed or anything. But right now, I just wanted to talk about my parents a little bit. My mom came down yesterday from Maine to visit me at work, and I've been able to tell that she's doing a lot better with the transition, and I went up there not too long ago, and for the first time she introduced me to one of her friends as her son, Jaycen, which was fucking great. It felt so good for her to just come out and do that after not really having heard her say he or calling me Jace or anything before that. So that felt really good. And then she came down yesterday, and we were talking to this girl Caitlin that works at the door at work, and my mom was talking about me as a baby, and when she was talking about it, she's like, when he was born, blah blah blah, and as he was growing up, and she was doing great, and it made me feel really good. So I'm very glad that my mom is so accepting of me, whereas last year around this time she was just losing her mind. She had no idea what to think or how to react. But she told me yesterday, my situation with my dad is a little bit different. Every time I go up there, I think of how uncomfortable he probably is, because I can tell just by looking at him that he's a little bit uncomfortable. But as time goes on, I feel like he feels a little more comfortable and a little more comfortable with it. He still gives me a hug every time I see him, unless he's around his buddies. And just because I think I'd make the initiative to not really push forth giving him a hug in front of all of his friends. Because usually when I go up there, it's during his poker tournaments that he holds at the house, and there's a good dozen guys there at least. So I kind of keep that distance, but he's very from my views and my standpoint, I feel like he just doesn't understand, and he just doesn't really get what's going on. I don't think it's so much of him not being accepting of it, because if he wasn't accepting of it, then he wouldn't really accept me still into his life. He would probably push me away, and he doesn't push me away at all. I can tell that he's very uncomfortable, but it doesn't make me feel like he loves me any less, I guess you could say. And I don't think he wants to love me any less. I think he's just having a very hard time with it. So while my mom was down here yesterday, she brought up the fact that she was talking to my dad about everything, and he decided that he's going to go into counseling, which a lot of parents do, from what I hear. I don't really know. I haven't talked to many other trans guys about how their parents react to things, but I know that my dad going to counseling and him actually taking forth that step and saying he wants to go to counseling so that he can deal with this better is great. I mean, I can't even begin to explain to you how good that makes me feel, because it's just not something that my dad would ever step forth to do. He's just not that kind of guy. He's too stubborn. He's a very stubborn man, and in every aspect of anything he does in his life, he is stubborn. And for him to decide that this is something that he doesn't want to damper our relationship, so he's going to do something to help out on his own terms. It's not like I have to go with him. Maybe I will sometime, but it's not like I have to go with him. He's going to do it on his own so that he can be more comfortable with me. I only see them a couple times a month. So it's not like he's going to, I don't know. The few times that he sees me, he's happy to see me. So it's not like he's bummed out to see me every time. It's just, it kind of throws him back a little bit when he sees me, and I look so much different every time. I mean, even being pre-T, every time I come home, I look a little bit different. And at first, they used to tell me not to come home with sideburns on or any facial hair, which frustrated me at first. And so I stopped doing it for a little while, and then I kind of became pissy about it. Excuse me. I guess you could say pissy about it. And I just started coming home with it on anyways, and they learned to deal with it. That's when my mom started learning to deal with it. My dad so much did not start learning to deal with it. He kind of just kept his distance sometimes if I had my facial hair on and I was home. But anyways, I just wanted to make this a note because I went home the other day to find the first day that I was on T. I went home and I told them that I'd finally started my hormone therapy, and my dad just, I thought he was gonna cry. I really did. I thought he was gonna cry because he's just not ready. But he's gonna have to be ready, and I think he's ready to make the steps to be ready and okay with it, which is good. But I just wanted to make a note, and maybe if anybody else is like dealing with their parents having a hard time with it, like, what do you do? Like, how do you approach to them? Like, do you just ignore the fact that you're trans and just go home like any other day, or do you try and talk to them about it and try and make them feel more comfortable? I really don't even know where to take this with my dad. I don't know what I can do personally to make it easier for him. I don't know if I should go home and just not say anything at all, or go home and try and make him understand. But either way, I don't know. It's a tough situation, and I know it's a tough situation for him. It's a tough situation for me, and even my sister is having a little bit of a hard time with it. But shit happens. Shit happens. And here I am, and I'm doing better than ever in the past 21 years of my life. And so it makes me happy, so it should make them happy that I'm happy, and if it doesn't, then that sucks. But if they are happy for me, then great. But I'm off to work, as always, so have a good day, everyone. Later.